Trading days, April 29th, 2017. We're going to look at the chart of the SP 500 and a few points I want to make. I'm looking at March the 27th as being the low of the previous primary cycle. That was also the 20-week cycle, and these both originated, or the last cycle was November the 4th, which was the primary cycle, 18-week, and it was also the 40-week cycle, and so now we've hit the 20-week cycle right on. Doesn't always happen that way. I've left these other possibilities on the chart. So April the 3rd was a possibility I was looking at as the primary cycle low. I'm now looking at that as a double bottom. The March 27th low was lower, and I had put a descending triangle on here. And what often happens if it's price is going to break through, it'll really gap, and that's what's happened here. The other possibility I left on here is we haven't seen the primary cycle low, and we're in the 25th week, so that one is not really, I'm not really considering that anymore. This triangle may still turn out to be important. We're going to go over the details of the month of May, but one thing that's going to hit right on the first week, there's three cycle charts that I've drawn up. And a cycle chart, first of all, is an astrological chart you draw up when the planet in question crosses zero declination and from south to north. And I've got this lower down in the report, but we're dealing with Venus making aspect on three separate cycle charts. Venus is going to conjunct Uranus, it's going to conjunct Jupiter, it's going to conjunct Saturn, and they are the three planets that we've got the cycle chart up for. So Venus rules a number of things, but one of the things, and very important thing, is money. So these are all happening in the first week, so I'm kind of expecting next week to be very volatile. Next week also has a Mercury turning direct, so that can have an influence on the markets and a turn. And I'm really looking at, see how we ended up here on Friday, so I'm looking for some volatility and possibly a move down with Mercury turning direct. Now there's going to be a number of aspects, as there normally is, but there is a very important 45-year aspect hitting again this month. This is in a 3-pass, and this was Saturn trining Uranus. And that will be happening mid-month on the 19th of May. And we've had one before, we're going to have one later on. We'll look at a chart. This trine is an aspect for conservative and authoritative energies, typically associated with capitalism, investing in industry. Just look what's happening in the States and Trump. And also new ideas, inventions, and reform are possible. Now, 45-year aspect, so we're not dealing with a day, we're dealing with a few months either side of this aspect. But it gets stronger when, obviously, when they're very close like this. So bear that in mind. Thank you very much for listening.